Hello everyone, and Merry Christmas! This is Wisdom Cube 3.0, and for this video, I'm gonna list off my top 10 favorite Christmas specials. Now, I will do an honorable mentions, but I won't do it until like at the near end of this video, so let's get started. Number 10, Christmas Every Day from the Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah, we're going with the first Christmas special from the Fairly Odd Parents to kick off this list. Now, sorry, I just finished watching it and it was actually pretty good. Now, for those who don't know, when Timmy wishes for Christmas to be every day, it drives the world mad, and eventually the other lesser holidays get together to try to take down Santa. And now Timmy has to stop them from destroying Santa and turning everything back to normal. Now, this episode is quite decent. The comedy was decent, the story was quite interesting, and the characters were enjoyable until Flanderization kicked in, but that's besides the point. Number 9. Holly Jolly Jimmy from Jimmy Neutron. Now, for those who aren't in the know, this Christmas special starts when Jimmy is doubting the existence of Santa, so along with Carl and Sheen, they travel to the North Pole, and in typical Jimmy Neutron fashion, shenanigans ensue, which accidentally causes Santa's atoms to get re-scrambled, and now Jimmy has to make amends by delivering every single Christmas present around the whole world in one night. Now, I actually watched this Christmas special, I think last year. Yeah, I think last year. And it was actually just as good as I remembered. Now, just like with Timmy, what happened with Jimmy wasn't intentional. Yeah. Timmy didn't know that the fairies, the fairies make their magic go to Santa, and like with Jimmy here, he had no intention of ruining Christmas. So, though these two instances were pretty much unintentional consequences. So, that's why I put these two on the list. Number 8. Ed and Eddie's Jingle Jingle Jangle from Ed and Eddie. Yeah, this one is a Cartoon Network classic in my opinion. Yeah. Now, in this Christmas special, Eddie, disappointed that he got clothes again for Christmas, decides to, for lack of a better word, mooch off of other people's Christmases. And it goes about as well as you expect. Because not only does he nearly ruin each and every one, but he also gets booted out of their house. Yeah. And meanwhile, Double D and Ed are trying to teach Eddie the true meaning of Christmas, and that also goes as well as you expect. And while that is happening, the Kanker sisters are trying to follow the light, kind of like the three wise men. And yeah, I don't want to spoil what happens at the end, but it's pretty funny. That's all I'm gonna say. It's pretty funny. It's pretty enjoyable to watch if you're an Ed and Eddie fan. And if you're wanting to watch a Christmas special, I recommend it. Now, number 7, Phineas and Ferb Christmas Vacation from Phineas and Ferb. Yes, I think this is my first Disney represent for this list. Now, the main plot is that Phineas and Ferb want to make a giant thank you letter to Santa for bringing them all the gifts for each year. And while that is going on, Candace is trying to find a Christmas present for Jeremy. And while that is happening, Dr. Doofenshmirtz and Agent P are doing their usual thing. But during one of their fights, Doofenshmirtz's nadir is accidentally activated, and it turns all of Danville naughty. So now, now Phineas and Ferb have to make things right and try to get Danville back on the nice list. Yeah, that's basically the entire premise of this episode. The comedy was quite good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna hear me say the comedy was pretty good throughout this whole video, so watch out. But yeah, the story was quite good. Also watch out. Yeah, and I think my favorite moment was the running gag with when someone is mentioning letters to Santa, you hear Candace off screen just laugh and say, letters to Santa? Yeah, I think that's my favorite joke throughout this episode. So yeah, if you really wanna, if you're a Phineas and Ferb fan, I suggest you watch this episode. Number 6. Holidays of Future Past from The Simpsons. I'm actually watching this right now. But yeah, the main plot is that during one of the future episodes, the family is separated. Like, Bart and Lisa and Maggie have their kids, and they're trying to reconnect with them, and that's, Bart and Lisa are trying to reconnect with their kids, and Maggie is having her first kid. That's basically the whole premise of this episode, just in a nutshell. Yeah, I'm pretty sure some people aren't a fan of the future episodes. I know, like, a few in particular, but that's besides the point. But yeah, this one is quite good, so I recommend watching it. Number 5. Oh, wait. Number 5. A Christmas Carol from the Looney Tunes show. Yes. If you guys thought I was going to put this one on the list, then you are wrong. The main plot is that Lola, noticing everyone doesn't have much Christmas spirit, decides to reinvigorate them by putting on a play of the Christmas classic, A Christmas Carol. And her own version, mind you. But yeah, while that is happening, Daffy and Foghorn are going to the North Pole to build a giant band. Just roll with it. Yeah, they're basically building a giant band to basically force the weather to their town. Yeah, force the snow to their town. Now, the comedy and story's quite interesting. Because, yeah, while it does follow the Christmas formula, it does it in quite a unique twist. So, yeah. Now, the comedy's quite good. Now, on to number 4. Number 4 is A Froggy Little Christmas from Amphibia. Yeah, this is actually one of the newer ones that I'm putting on this list. The basic thing is that Anne and with the help of the planters are trying to build a float for the Thai-Go restaurant to surprise Anne's mom, and while that is happening, the planters are trying to figure out what Christmas is because they never heard of it. And while that is happening, Andreas is trying to send a drone to Earth to destroy Anne. That's basically the entire premise of the episode. Just three plots all interconnecting with one another. These, and also, side note, spoiler, Rebecca Sugar is in the episode in animated form, so yeah, keep that in mind. Now, number 3, the Santa Saga from American Dad. Oh boy. Viewer discretion advised and all that. But yeah, the basic, basically in a nutshell, is that, when Stan gives Steve a gun for Christmas, he accidentally fatally wounds Santa, and it basically culminates into a big war between the Smiths and Santa himself. And while that's going on, Jeff is trying to get Stan's approval, and meanwhile Roger is trying to get apple cider for himself and goes on this big quest to do so. But yeah, um, 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 I'm sorry, my brain just blanked out. But yeah, it's basically a saga of the Smiths and Santa going head to head. While, everything just, yeah, everything goes crazy while it's going on. But yeah, I suggest you don't watch this because it's pretty dark. But yeah. Now, number 3. Number 2. Road to the North Pole from Family Guy. Also, some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion advised. But yeah, the basic thing is that when Santa brushes off Stewie and Brian at the mall, Stewie decides to travel to the North Pole along with Ryan to kill Santa. But yeah, I think this is probably one of the darker Christmas specials, even more so than the Santa Saga. But yeah, now, there's not that much to it. The comedy is quite dark, but the story is quite engaging. But the main reason I'm giving this even higher than the Santa Saga is that Family Guy is using its dark elements to tell an engaging story in an understandable way. Now quickly on to the honorable mentions. A Lost Clause from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. A Charlie Brown Christmas from the Peanuts. And, what else? Good Luck Charlie, It's Christmas. And, another one is A Loud Christmas from The Loud House. Another new one that I just watched. Now on to number 1. Christmas Who from SpongeBob SquarePants. Yeah. Sorry, kicked my table. But yeah, this one is the definition of classic. Yeah. Now, in a nutshell, when SpongeBob hears about Christmas from Sandy, he gets all of Bikini Bottom involved, except Squidward, and yeah, when Santa doesn't come, Squidward, feeling rather guilty, dresses up as Santa and saves Christmas. Yeah, that's basically the whole premise of the episode, told by Patchy the Pirate. Yeah, this one is classic. It's memorable, funny, and understandable. And it's actually heartwarming, just like the rest of these episodes are. So, what do you guys think? Do you like this list? And what are some of your favorite Christmas specials? Just comment below, let me know. I'm Wisdom Cube, and Merry Christmas. Bye.